Alright, Shalom. Shalom Akim. First and foremost, going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, Rakah, QADASH. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim and Akwaf out there. Yeah, whoever may listen to this lesson, Shalom. Of the hopeful elect, of course. Yeah, and I'm sure gonna shoot straight here. I'm sure most of you brothers out there, or those in the truth, have heard about the Illuminati card game. Okay, and I'm not gonna do anything extensive on it, but there's one card here. It's called Upheaval. Okay, Upheaval, and as you can see, it appears to be an Edomite. Um, Having fisticuffs with riot cops. You can see bricks in the background, rubble. Okay, and it's a bit like the scenes of the riots that you can see at the moment. Okay, Khan, and I just typed in George Floyd riots. Okay, and yeah, man, this is what's going on in the world right now. Okay, bricks being thrown, shit being thrown. Okay, Hong Kong police fire, tear gas. This is worldwide. Okay, yeah, man. Returning to this card, Upheaval, right? Let's read. Worldwide riots continue. Worldwide riots continue for a third week with no sign of abatement. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of that because it's not necessary. But it says worldwide riots continue for a third week with no sign of abatement. Well, we're at the end times, okay, and with all this going on, we know that uh, Esau, Edom, okay, the elite, the so-called elite of of Edomites, okay, who is the wicked according to the Bible, want to set up your new world order, okay, and you want to get everybody microchipped, which according to the scriptures is the mark of the beast, okay, which you want to get everyone chipped, uh, and everybody to take that mark, okay, the mark of the beast, okay. But let's go to the definition of upheaval. Upheaval, a violent or sudden change or disruption to something. Yeah, and it's a disruption to, but it's not really a disruption. It's really all this is in my opinion, it's all orchestrated from up top, okay, and everyone's just brainwashed, okay. They're antsy. They got ants in their pants because of the restrictions due to the coronavirus, and they don't know what else to do. Okay, so this is all, in my opinion, psychological operation, a psyop. Okay, and the people is falling for the okey doke. This ain't the first. This ain't the first this ain't the first incident of police brutality, okay? And I don't see what it has to do with other nations, like you ever cared about Jake anyway, okay? But a lot of these people that's rioting, even if you think they're white, they'll be Jake, the ones that are sincere, okay? But there's a lot of plants and provocateurs, yeah, which is floating around on the internet and stuff like that. But yeah, man. I don't know why everyone's just so surprised, man. But let's bang it, okay? Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob, okay? Esau is the progenitor of you Edomites who call yourselves white today, okay? And Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites who are you so-called blacks from West Africa that went into captivity, Latinos of the Latin Americas and Central America, and Native Americans. Okay, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, the true Israelites. Okay, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, "The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Okay, that's what he's got in his heart. Okay, he's a damn devil. Okay, he seeks to slay the just. Okay, because the Lord said what he will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. Okay, so even the wicked of our people, yeah, you touch one Israelite, then you really because he says let's go to Zechariah. I really wanted to get the definition and go in more in depth with that. Okay, Zechariah 2 verse 8, I believe. Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus saith the Lord Yahawah of hosts. Okay, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. Okay. So what? Who's the servants? Jacob right now. Okay. We're under servitude of our enemies, Esau, Edomites. Okay. We're in captivity, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts have sent me. Okay. Uh, let's put it more in perspective. Yeah, man. Yep. Isaiah 52 and 2. This is where we're just going to hit the point which I wanted to get. Shake thyself from the dust, okay, which is a confused state, okay. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion, okay, which is the whole nation of Israel, okay, because according to Jeremiah 6 and 2, we're likened unto a comely and delicate woman, okay. That's the whole nation of Israel, okay, because we're supposed to be joined to the Most High, okay, or married unto the Most High, okay, in other words. But let's get the definitions here, okay. Upheaval, similar, disruption, upset, disturbance, trouble, okay, trouble, keyword, and I believe that's in 12th chapter. The 12th chapter. Yep, there we go. Daniel chapter 12 and 1. And at that time, okay, at that time, what time is he talking about? This time, okay, shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, okay. That's the archangel Michael, okay. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay. So Khan, that's the time he's talking about right now. Okay. The time of what? Jacob's trouble. Okay. The time where you're gonna find out that these white people don't care about you fucking Israelites, okay? They hate you, okay? And if you still don't think so in 2020, okay, then you're in denial, okay? It's not just one Edomite, it's all of them, okay? It's a hatred, an ancient spiritual hatred, okay? Which really goes back to Cain and Abel, okay? Esau's Cain, okay, which in Hebrew is Kayan, which means weapon, okay. And what was Esau's blessing that Isaac gave him? It was the blessing of the sword, okay, which was a temporal blessing, okay, just as a bootleg version of what Jacob got, okay, which is everlasting rulership, okay, for everybody to bow to Jacob, okay. Is what was Jacob's blessing? He that blessed, whoever cursed thee is cursed, and whoever blesses thee is blessed. Okay. Esau didn't get them ones. Okay, he got the cheap imitation, which he got the Esau's blessing was of the sword. Okay, which is carnal. Okay, which is a carnal blessing. Okay, and anything carnal has an expiry date. Okay. Uh, all right then. Jacob's trouble. It's technology, man. Fucking flip the script. So lucky I can. What was that? Okay. Um, Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Okay. Just like as it says in Daniel 12 and 1. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay. Whoa, let's read a little bit more. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve the Lord their power and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Okay, that's in the kingdom. Okay. Uh, Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall Salakia. And none shall make him afraid, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I'll make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. Who? Jacob, okay, aka Israel, the Israelites. But I will correct thee in measure and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. Okay, con. So, yeah, man. So ultimately, Jacob's trouble is for the greater good, okay? Because the fire for gold is tried in the fire. I believe that's in the Apocrypha though. Let's try. Let's get that because this place is fucking okay. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay, what's the other one? Gold is tried in the fire. How are we going to be tried during Jacob's trouble? Okay, Isaiah 13 and 12. Isaiah 13. Isaiah was one hell of a prophet, man. Wow. Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, and even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, what man? Uh, 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 is it Amos? The one that says, but few men left. But we're going to get Amos, though. Okay? We'll bring out Amos. Holy Spirit, man. Oh my God. Okay. Amos. No, it's not the second name. Yep. Amos 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon this sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Okay. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Okay. That's the elect. Okay. As it says in Isaiah 11 and 11, I believe. Okay. But the Lord's going to recover a remnant of the house of Israel. Okay. The Israelites. got nothing to do with all nations. The fact is that you have the seed of Israel, okay, the seed of Jacob, okay, the sons of Jacob, okay, scattered among all nations, okay, that's the fact, okay. All nations can't come into this thing, only Israelites. They're scattered among the nations. And we were scattered due to the curses, okay. In Deuteronomy 28 and 64, you can find that, okay. But let's move to the next. Yep, Khan. Next definition from upheaval. Yeah. Uh, trouble, turbulent disorder, disorganization, confusion, turmoil, pandemonium, uproar. Okay. Uproar. It says up. Shit, man. Salakia. Khan, man. Too many fucking agent. Upheaval. You got uproar. Yeah. So we're gonna let's get second Ezra 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Khan. Yeah, and there's more scriptures to back that up. Also, that Illuminati card, which that's not the foundation. Okay, the fucking card game. The foundation is the scriptures. Okay, is the word, the spirit of prophecy. Okay, which is contained in the Bible. Okay, the King James. Okay. Luke 21 and 9, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotion, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Okay. What we got? There's another one, Acts 2. We'll go book of Acts. Okay. That means it's complicated. Acts 2 and 17. Yep, Acts 2 and well, matter of fact, the Egyptian shall fight against Egyptian. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. All right, then. Let's back up. Go to Isaiah 19 and 1. Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt, okay? According to Revelation 11:8, America is the modern day Egypt and Sodom, okay? In Revelation 11:8, let's get that quickly. 11:8. And their dead bodies, okay, spiritually dead, because our people are spiritually dead, okay? They have no life in them, they have no breath, which is the understanding of these scriptures, okay? Their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom, okay? Basically where homosexuality is legalized, okay, which began over there in Babylon, aka Egypt, okay, which is America, okay, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, okay. Basically, our Lord was crucified in the land of Israel, okay, quote unquote, back in the land, but in this context, it means to be crossed out, okay? To basically be uh, and we can even go more in depth. But Egypt, if you look on the dollar bill, it has a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill, okay? And basically, America copy all the sorcery and pagan customs of Babylon and Egypt, okay? Now you got Memphis, Tennessee, you got Memphis, Egypt. You got the Nile River, you got the Mississippi River, okay? You got different obelisks, okay? And and phallic worship, which that's what the obelisk is. It goes back to Egypt and Babylon, okay? And basically Nimrod, okay? And that's another lesson, okay? What we're gonna get, our Lord was crucified. Yeah, meaning crossed out, okay? Job 9. Let's, man. I think next time I'll use the BLB, the blue letter. 9:24. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth, he crosses out, yeah, the image or the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. Basically, this began with the iconoclasm during the Renaissance or the rebirth of the European power, okay, which was during the 13th and 14th century, okay, by defacing or painting over the dark skinned images of the angels and of the Most High and of the Son of the Most High, okay, which they were all painted as dark skinned. And even now, you can find certain murals and icons of Eastern Europe and all over Europe, okay, of dark skinned angels of the Most High and of who you call Jesus, okay. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. Here's the white man, okay, the devil, okay. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, the white man, the devil, okay, the deceiver, okay. And I'm getting into something else, okay. And I don't think we're gonna go back to Acts. Second Ezra's 15. Let's get a couple more. I was gonna get Isaiah 1 also. Yeah, damn. All right, we're gonna scrap that also. Second Ezra's 15. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Okay, we just cleared that up. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Okay, that's what the white man and idiots out there called UFOs. Okay, as it says in Revelations 1 and 7, it says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds." Okay, if you read the first chapter of Book of Acts, the Lord YAHAWASHI got taken up. Okay, after he got raised from the dead, after the Most High raised him from the dead. Okay, or better yet, after he raised himself from the dead. Okay, because he's been given all authority by the Most High. Basically, that he was taken up into a cloud. Okay, and the cloud received him from the sight of the disciples, okay, which is what idiots out there call UFOs, okay, which is the chariots of Israel, okay, that came into contact with Enoch and Elijah the prophet, okay, and shall come into Egypt, okay. Egypt is synonymous with captivity or bondage, okay, which modern day Egypt is America, okay, which is where the head tribe, which is Judah, ended up, which is so-called African Americans, okay, of the head tribe of the Israelites, okay, and the idols of Egypt shall, a matter of fact, all the tribes you can find in the land of Babylon, aka Egypt, right now, all 12 tribes you can find there, okay, which is not a coincidence, okay, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, okay, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, okay, which is what you see in this picture, which is what you can see in this picture. Damn, what's that? That's a case of the Egyptians against the Egyptian, okay. So I'm gonna split the screen up. Oh my fucking days. Is a case of the Egyptians against the Egyptian, okay. Isaiah 19 and 2, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, okay. Which what you can see Edomite and riot cops, which are most likely Edomites. But you got also sellouts of our own people that work for the man, okay? Just like back in the day in Rome, you had sellouts of our people back then also. That was on the opposing, there was centurions and this and that. And Cornelius, in the Acts 10 chapter, Cornelius was an Israelite, okay? Because you had Israelites that was calling themselves Roman citizens, so to speak, okay? And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom, okay? That's World War III, okay? Esau versus Esau, okay? Um, Kingdom against kingdom, okay? That'll be Russia. Ultimately, that's Russia versus America, okay? Which are two is one of these Khan, Khan. So we're gonna go Mark 3 and yeah, just had it, yo. Yep, yep. Mark 3 and 23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? If a kingdom be divided against itself, that cannot stand. If a house be divided against itself, the house of Esau, okay, the house of Edom, that house cannot stand, which includes both Russians and Edomites. I mean, both Russians and Americans, okay? The so-called cracker in the United States of America and the so-called cracker in Russia, okay? Same guy. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end, okay? Simple as that, okay? That's the breakdown. But, Khan. And then you got down here, thought this was intriguing to say the least. You got the opposite, stability. You know what it says in Isaiah, right? Tranquility. Yeah, because Lord willing, man, we're going to keep a cool head during these times to come, okay? Through the stability that the Lord is going to supply us with, okay? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, okay? And I don't think anything else tops that. But we're going to read Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Not one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them. Okay, so we're going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, QADASH. Double honors to the elder apostles of Millstone. Okay, that teach the truth well. Okay, and rule well over the flock. And yeah, man, shalom to the hopeful elect out there. All right, shalom.